What's up, pod influencers, my people? Yes, I am walking and shooting this video for you. It's actually a beautiful, here, check it out, boom. You see that? It's good to be around nature every now and then, and plus here in Houston, where I'm located, the weather is beautiful, it's amazing, and it feels like fall. So I wanted to get my morning walk in and also shoot this quick video because something was on my mind, and when something's on my mind, I got to get it out somehow. And I just decided to go once again vlog style and share something with you. The question is, do you need a podcast coach? And it's something that I've been asked before. People start podcasts, especially if you're not a big brand. There's business owners and solopreneurs that are coming into this, and they go on Google, they go read blogs and listen to podcasts on how to start a podcast, and then they decide to start a podcast, right? Especially in 2020, everybody's starting a podcast. So one of the things that I've discovered is that to answer the question, do you need a podcast coach? It's subjective, totally subjective. However, I will say that there's something about having somebody there with you, especially the beginning phase of starting any project, to help you, to coach you through the steps, because you could easily get caught up in a ton of ideologies and mythologies and philosophies of starting a podcast. And look, I've looked through a lot of it, and some of it is just crazy whack, like doesn't make any sense. But there are people who, you're seeing this now, that start podcasts and now they want to call themselves an expert after 6 months of launching a podcast. So the thing that I think it's just to kind of keep in mind is that just be mindful of where you consume the information and how you implement that into your podcast launch strategy. So I've been working with a lot of one-on-one clients with podcasting, and a lot of them are struggling usually with the same thing, right? How to get the podcast set up, how to successfully launch it. I also get a lot of podcasters who come back and ask me, well, I'm not getting any downloads, which is a huge challenge right now because, once again, there's a lot of competition now. So there's usually two components. It's usually the branding or the marketing is off. And people hire me, podcasters, to help them diagnose that problem and give them solutions that I believe will help them get more downloads, help them with marketing their podcasts, etc. So if you're struggling, whether it's getting your podcast from 0 to 50 downloads or 50 to 100 per episode, 100 to 500, 500 to 1,000, 1,000 to 5,000, and so on, then I believe that it's important and quite helpful to hire a podcast coach to help you figure out if your branding is on point, to figure out if you are implementing creative marketing strategies to grow your podcast. And I remember when I went on a journey of wanting to become a solopreneur, I had to get a coach because I wanted somebody who knows the ropes and who's been in the trenches, who has experience, who knows how to grow a business. And the same thing applies to podcasting. So if you are an independent podcaster and you don't know how to launch a podcast, or you are struggling in growing your podcast, consider hiring a podcast coach, because I think the benefit of hiring a podcast coach is that it will save you a lot of time and energy and research, and they will pinpoint, they will personalize. If they're a great coach, they will personalize and pinpoint exactly what you're struggling with and give you actionable tasks to do, things to do online to adjust your brand, to adjust your marketing, and just to help you overall. learn the podcasting game, because there's a lot of moving parts now as it continues to grow, and it's important to be informed. And if you hire a coach that knows the game, once again, that's been in the game for a while, this could help you. And listen, time is money. And if a podcast coach can help you grow, which you're starting a podcast because you want to grow an audience, some of you want to monetize your podcast, hire a coach. Hire a coach, invest in yourself, hire a coach, and let him or her get you to that next level. If not, you're going to find yourself pod fading, quitting after 7 episodes or 8 episodes, or just quitting period, and not really knowing what the game plan is. Because one of the things that a lot of podcasters fail to do is get a strategy to get them to the next level. So once again, if you're interested, I happen to be a podcast coach. There is a link down below, and check it out. I would be more than happy to jump on a call with you. I've helped a lot of people launch and grow their podcast in the Pod Houston group. So yeah, let me know what I can do for you. All right. Would love to jump on a call and help you. And thanks again for joining me on this walk this morning. And of course, if you have not subscribed to the YouTube channel, please do so. We're trying to get to 500, y'all. We're trying to get to 500. That's the next milestone. And speaking of coaching, I actually have a YouTube coach. I'm part of a group to help me grow this channel. So there you go. I'm not only preaching it, I'm also practicing it as well. So subscribe, hit the notification button. Thank you so much for being my walking buddy today. And I'll see you next time. Peace.